The police have listed several individuals from the Westmoreland, Clarendon, St. Catherine North, St. Andrew South and St. Catherine South divisions as wanted. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is being asked to contact the nearest police station. The public is also being reminded that it is an offence to harbour criminal elements. The police are seeking your assistance in apprehending these men who have been listed as wanted. They are wanted in connection with several murders, shootings, extortion, sexual offences, among other acts of criminality. The Clarendon list reads as follows. Nico Walters, otherwise called Speckles or Freckles, whose last known address is Effortville, Maypen, Clarendon. Walters is of brown complexion, medium build, and about 170 centimeters or 5 feet 7 inches tall. He also has freckles all over his face. Walters is wanted for a case of shooting with intent in the parish. Sean Robinson, otherwise called Monkey Man, whose last known address is Newtown, Phase 1, Hayes, Clarendon. Robinson is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 180 centimeters or 5 feet 11 inches tall. He is wanted for the 2017 murder of Charles Walton, otherwise called Jerky. Dwayne Butler, whose last known address is Farm, Maypen, Clarendon. Butler is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 152 centimeters or 5 feet tall. He is wanted for the murder of Amal Walters, otherwise called Peter, committed in the parish in February 2011. Neil Smith, whose last known address is 4 Parts Boulevard, Clarendon. Smith is wanted for the murder of Sylvia Johnson Smart, committed in the parish in February 2016. Fitzroy Andre Core, otherwise called Bees, whose last known address is Alexander Drive, Farm, Clarendon. Core is 23-year-old, dark complexion, medium build, and is about 170 centimeters or 5 feet 7 inches tall. He is wanted for a case of shooting with intent committed in December 2017. The South St. Andrew list reads as follows. Nigel Abdullah, otherwise called Pete, who frequents the whalers community of Waterhouse, Exchange, St. Anne and Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Abdullah is wanted for a case of double shootings committed in August 2013 and the murder of Ramon McAlfee committed in May 2013 in the parish. Huntley Richards, otherwise called Roy or Puppyjaw, who frequents Klinkling Avenue in Kingston. Richards is wanted for the murder of Wayne Anthony Gardner committed in May 2010 in the parish. Horace Christopher Raphael, who frequents Unity Lane, Rosetown, Kingston 13. Raphael is wanted for the murder of Constable Kamoy Miller committed in December 2016 in the parish. Christopher Evans, also called Voodoo, who frequents the Lower Majesty Gardens community in Kingston 11. Evans is wanted for the murder of Seabird Johnson committed in September 2016. Roshane Ryan McDonald, otherwise called Randy or Sparks, whose last known address is Cinnamon Crescent, Kingston 11. McDonald is wanted for the triple murder of Joseph Kelly, Alicia Graham and Nicholas Lindsay committed in July 2013 in the parish. The St. Catherine North list reads as follows. Akeem Johnson, otherwise called Bubba Sparks, whose last known address is New Nurse, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and is about 163 centimeters or 5 feet 4 inches tall. He has a ganja leaves tattooed with 666 written below and sports a low-cut hairstyle. Johnson is wanted for shootings, abductions, and robbery, and also the murder of Donovan Laws in 2016, December. Alric Anthony Burke, otherwise called Forward, whose last known address is Garden Pen, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He is of dark complexion, medium build, and is about 180 centimeters or 5 feet 11 inches tall, and has a straight face. He is wanted for the murder of Tevin Price and Dwayne Hall and shooting with intent. Kalanji Tyrrell, whose last known address is Bogwalk, St. Catherine. He is wanted for murder of Carlton Blake, a quadruple murder and robbery in October 2014. Orion Oniki Thomas, otherwise called Blue, who is known to frequent Sligoville, St. Catherine. He is wanted for the murder of Fernando Porter in April 2015 and is also a person of interest in a murder in Sligoville in 2014. Christopher Pessoa, 22-year-old, whose last known address is Tarspen, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, is wanted for murder. He is of brown complexion, slim build, and is about 168 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. He has a tattoo with the words Eton and a scar from the right side of his face to his mouth. He is wanted for murder of Rowan Williams in 2016. The list for St. Catherine South. Anthony Sims, otherwise called Meg, whose last known address is Westchester Crescent, Westchester, Portmore, St. Catherine. He is dark complexion, slim build, and has a scar above the left eye. He is wanted for shooting with intent in March 2009. Delroy Smith, 41-year-old, whose last known address is Brown Lane, Central Village, St. Catherine. He is wanted for carnal abuse, which occurred in February 2008. Arbin Shaw, otherwise called Vaughn, whose last known address is First Avenue, Central Village, St. Catherine. He is wanted for carnal abuse in February 2005. Kevin Michael Sawyers, otherwise called Richard Steve Francis, whose last known address is St. Vincent Caribbean Estate and Patricia Avenue, Bridgeport, both in St. Catherine. He is wanted for shooting with intent in February 2015. Ian Thomas, otherwise called Scaly, whose last known address is Gulf Gregory Park, St. Catherine. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and is about 180 centimeters or 5 feet 11 inches tall. He is wanted for the triple murder of Nicholas Harris, Paul Parchment, and Joel Little in December 2016. Westmoreland's most wanted, Duchesne Allen, otherwise called Nigel, who is known to frequent Greenwich District in Betheltown, Westmoreland, is wanted for 3 murders. Wesley Cunningham, who is known to frequent Betheltown in Westmoreland, is wanted for a double murder. Burton Shearer, otherwise called Bap, who is known to frequent Grange Hill in Westmoreland, is wanted for the murder of Fabian Cooper, otherwise called Yellow, that was committed on May 12, 2016 at Church Lincoln, Grange Hill in the parish. Richard Hamilton, otherwise called Brutus, who is known to frequent Paul Island, Grange Hill in Westmoreland, who is wanted for a double murder. Garnet Cunningham, who is known to frequent Betheltown in Westmoreland, is also wanted for a double murder. Aldane Hamilton, otherwise called Fishy, who is known to frequent Paul Island in Grangeville, Westmoreland, is wanted for the murder of Steve Spence, otherwise called Aya, committed on September 17, 2017 in Paul Island. Donovan Roach, otherwise called Tim, who is known to frequent Betheltown, Westmoreland, is wanted for a case of wounding committed on Wednesday, June 14, 2017 at Barney Side District in Westmoreland. Steve Vassell, otherwise called Busme, of Shortwood Road, Kingston 8 and Roaring River in Westmoreland, is wanted for murder and escape in custody. Isaiah Perry, or Matthew Perry, otherwise called Cat, who is known to frequent Kings Valley District, Grange Hill in Westmoreland, is wanted for murder. Jeff Elliott of Alma District in Delviland, Westmoreland, is wanted for murder. St. James most wanted list. Christopher Boyd, OC Plank, wanted in connection with a double murder. Shaniel Luton, wanted for murder, illegal possession of firearm and escaping police custody. Nika Samuels, OC Bowser, wanted for a triple murder in St. James in 2017. Arnold Gale, OC Guy, wanted for murder. And Delano Wilmot, OC Lane, or Preke, wanted for murder. This video was made possible through the continued generosity of my patrons. To become a patron, follow the link in the description below.
The struggle is real. Now watch, you know, a rapper crapper they represent for teach them. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, so make sure you subscribe. The channel is real. Come back for more.